but we are going to move as fast as we can, but we want you to be safe.
You have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
That's a long time a week. Everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
Hurry up. Let's cut to the chase. President Trump walks into a meeting with Mayor Karen Bass and hands her a verbal beatdown so thorough I'm surprised she didn't scream time out. And he didn't just highlight the gaps in her leadership, he bulldozed right through them, just like the residents want to bulldoze through their own debris.
I would ask that the local officials, because we're going to waive essentially waive all federal permits. We're going to have you go very quickly because a federal permit can take 10 years. We're not going to do that. We don't want to take 10 days. I would. So we're declaring this a national emergency. By doing that, I can give you immediate permits. I'd ask that the local permitting process be the same. Some of the people were saying they're going to be forced to wait 18 months for their permits, and I don't think you're going to do that. I can't imagine that. So they are literally in a position right now they'd like to start tonight, and they'll clean their site, they'll do everything. They just want to start, and they were very concerned with the 18 months. So I'm sure you can get it down to, I would say, not even 18 days. They are ready, Mayor. They are ready to start. I met so many of them. The fire took place. It's nice and cool there now, and they want to start taking the debris. They want to take the debris. They want to do everything. They'll get rid of everything. They're going to do it by their own hand, and you're going to see some amazing things happen. So we're waiving the federal permits. Either waive them or give them to you so rapidly it's going to be essentially the same thing, but we're going to try and just waive them, and we'll rely on the local. But the local, I hope, is going to do the same exact thing. They're literally ready to start right away tonight.
Here's the matrix. President Trump shows up ready to take action. He says federal permits waived. You're good to go. But your local red tape, 18 months? Karen Bass? Well, she starts fumbling with excuses like a student who forgot their homework was due.
You mentioned a couple of things in terms of us expediting. So I signed executive directives right away so that we could cut the red tape. We could get people back building as fast as possible. And we're going to continue doing that.
Yeah, the one thing is they are saying they will not be allowed to start for 18 months.
No, that will not be the case.
Okay, I just hope you're right.
You can hold me to it.
There's 4 groups said that.
No.
That would be they should be able to do it. They should be able to start tonight.
That will not be the case. First we have to take care of, to make sure that there's not getting rid of the hazardous waste, cleaning things up so that people can start right away. And just like you said, if somebody their house was destroyed and they're going to rebuild essentially the same, maybe a little bit longer, a little bit higher, they really shouldn't have to go through much of a process. So I want you to know that we are expediting that. We absolutely need your help. We need the federal help.
You got it. I told you. You will have no permit problem. There will be 0 delay. And as far as I'm concerned, you already have the permits.
She claims we're working as fast as we can, but lady, if that's your version of fast, I'd hate to see slow. People's homes are gone, and they're standing on the ashes of their lives, ready to rebuild, and you're telling them wait. Wait on what exactly? Permission slips? Then came that moment that's already legendary, and Trump looks her in the eye and says, you've got emergency power. Use them. Translation, stop passing the buck and start acting like a leader. If homeowners want to clean up their own lots, let them. Liability, let me blow your mind for a minute. Have them sign a waiver. Karen, people are standing in front of what used to be their homes, and you're babbling about bureaucratic hurdles. And Bass, bless her heart, starts babbling about hazardous waste. Hazardous waste? Karen, the only thing hazardous I see in this situation is your decision-making. And you're more worried about bureaucratic hurdles than you are getting people back on their feet.
And the resource.
I am more worried because I met at least 8 groups of homeowners, and I'm much more worried about the fact that they said it's 18 months exactly, and they were devastated. They want to start now. They want to start removing things. They're not allowed to do it now. And you mentioned hazardous waste. Well, the hazardous waste. What's hazardous waste? I mean, you're going to have to define that. We're going to go through a whole series of questions on determining what's hazardous.
Nope, nope,
I
nope,
just
nope.
think you have to allow the people to go on their site and start the process tonight.
And we will.
Okay, good.
You can come back and check.
Newsflash, Karen. People are standing in front of what used to be their homes, and you're more worried about bureaucratic hurdles than you are about getting those people on their feet. And let's not put on the back burner that she wasn't even in the country when the fire started, even though she was warned about the potential for fires before she left. It's like showing up to your own birthday party super late, and then you get into your feelings and feel some type of way because everybody's already left. The people of Los Angeles deserve better than this, and Trump made that crystal clear.
And the number one thing that we are going to do immediately, and you will see this happen, is to clear out the debris. And you know, we're concerned right now over the weekend because of the potential rain, but we are going to move as fast as we can, but we want you to be safe. And we want you to be back in your homes immediately.
But the people are willing to clean out their own debris. It doesn't
Yes,
cost
and
a
they
lot.
can,
You
and
should
they are
let them
able
do
to-
it because
No,
by the
they
time you
can do
hire
that.
contractors, it's
Right.
going to be 2 years.
If a family.
People are willing to get a dumpster and do it themselves and clean it out.
And they can
There's
do
not that much left. It's all incinerated.
That's right.
And, you know, it's just going to take a long time if you do. You can do some of it, but a lot of these people, I know that guy right there that's talking. I know my people. You'll be on that thing tonight, throwing the stuff away, and your site it'll look perfect within 24 hours.
The internet chimes in. Of course, the internet wasted no time roasting Bass. One person said, she's such a lightweight. She shouldn't even speak directly to Trump. She should pass her comments through someone else first. I don't know. Eagles and pigeons don't soar together, I guess. Even Megyn Kelly pointed out the obvious. Trump understands the people, while Bass is stuck in her bubble. Processes and delays. Here's the bottom line, y'all. Trump came in, did what a leader should do. Cut through the noise, cut through the red tape, and got to the systemic or root cause analysis, the heart of the issue, if you will. Meanwhile, Mayor Bass is out here acting like she's a chef who can't figure out how to turn on a stove. And people, let me just tell you, leadership is not about holding a title, and this is obvious. It's about taking action when it matters. And on this day, Trump showed her exactly how it was supposed to be done.
And that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wait around for 7 months till the city hires some demolition contract
If
that's going to
individuals
charge him
want to build-
$25,000 to do his lot. I think you have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because I looked,
signed
I
an
mean, you have a very
emergency
powerful
declaration.
emergency power, and you
Yes.
can do everything within 24 hours.
Yes. And if individuals want to clear out their property, they can. Well, yes, but you know that you will be able to go back soon.
Mr. President.
We think within a week.
That's a long time, a week. I'll be honest. To me, everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most
a
important
week
thing
is
is
a
for
long
people to
time.
be safe.
They're safe.
Now, as if schooling Mayor Bass wasn't enough for the day, Trump had more winning to do. Enter Pete Hegseth, who's just been confirmed as our new Secretary of Defense. And let me tell you, everybody's not gregarious and happy about it. But guess what, people? Just because you have an opinion doesn't mean it's a good one. And let me tell you, everyone's not thrilled. But here's the thing. Now, I get it. Half of the Senate was already probably sweating and ducking and dodging bullets. But here's the thing. It's like Trump said, what matters. And Pete's confirmation is a win for them, period.
All right. Are there any senators in the chamber who wish to vote or change a vote? If not, on this vote, the yeas are 50 and the nays are 50. The Senate being equally divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative, and the nomination is confirmed.
In the Senate?
No, I'm honored to have Pete. I think Pete's going to be a great Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, and we're honored to have him.
I apologize. I couldn't hear you. Did you say you were speaking to him on the phone?
No, I did speak to Pete, yeah, in the plane, in the helicopter. I think Pete is going to be a great Secretary of Defense.
Are you disappointed that McConnell voted no?
I didn't even know that. No, I don't know that. I just heard that we won. winning is what matters, right? So thank you very much, everybody. Are you going on the plane? Good. Maybe I'll see you on the plane. We'll see you on the plane. Thanks.
And of course, the usual suspects couldn't wait to throw shade. CNN brought in a Democratic congresswoman who questioned whether or not Pete had the respect of the military and could move the military forward. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but her argument sounded more like a personal vendetta than a professional critique about his performance and evaluation.
You know, as I look at this, I don't see how Pete Hegseth and this history can gain the respect of our military and can continue to move our military forward. I think at this point, it's really difficult. I have questioned admirals and generals at hearings. I've been in what we call skiffs and secret meetings with them to try to push them to innovate, to get a better procurement process going. And it's a constant battle as you have the entrenchment of the Pentagon and you're pushing for change. I don't know that given his background, he has the ability to do what we need our Pentagon to do, to innovate, to make sure we have the munitions in place to protect our country.
Here's the deal. If you want to knock Pete for experience, fine. Let's have a discussion. But when you start attacking his character, you lose credibility. And let's not act like the Pentagon has been a shining beacon of efficacy throughout its prior or past leadership, right? Clinton, we're out of ammo, morale is tanking, and leadership is apparently a foreign concept here. So maybe it is time for someone like Pete to shake things up. Trump's response to Pete's conversation was pure boss. He's already looking ahead, confident that Pete's going to deliver. Meanwhile, Mitch McConnell votes no, which is no surprise considering that guy probably hasn't had a fresh, unique, or genuine idea since dial-up internet. Bottom line is, Pete Hegseth is in, and the critiques are out of excuses for the time being. I mean, let's see what he can do before we start writing him off. I mean, at this point, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, I believe many of us define it as insanity.